What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sinister Bunny Studios, and welcome to a small little sneak peek of the new apartment, but that is not the point of today's video. Today's video is a special celebration of passing the 300 subscriber milestone, and I'm going to be answering some of your questions that I prompted you to ask, and it's just going to be another special subscriber Q&A. So let's get to it. Okay, you guys, so you see a little bit of the new apartment right now. I can't show you a lot. My girlfriend and I are still getting things situated and organized and cleaned and all that kind of stuff. We're getting rid of some things. I gotta get rid of some stuff, all that fun stuff. We just haven't completely gotten everything settled to where we'd like it. But as soon as we do, we'll show you guys the whole place. And we got plans to show you guys everything. I just can't do it right now. But this is the best it's gonna get for you guys as of today. But that's not the point of today's video. Today's video, we have to celebrate passing 300 subscribers. This video has been a long time coming, and I should have done something for this a long time ago, but I kept wondering and thinking about what I wanted to do. But I just decided on another Q&A, so that's what we're gonna do. I didn't get as many entries this time as I did for the 200 subscriber Q&A, but I'm gonna pin that on YouTube because they don't promote things and they don't tell your subscribers when you put stuff out. So if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notified when I do stuff like that, and you know, it'll help me and help you, and we'll have a lot of fun. But enough talking, let's get into the questions. Question number one comes from Logan the Weeb, and it is a very simple question. What is your favorite food? Well, I have a lot of favorite foods, and it's hard to narrow it down, and I think it is for everybody. But there's a tie. I'll tell you there's a tie. My favorite food is tied between great, delicious, yummy, spectacular lasagna and the beef jerky, and would you consider? Nah, you probably, no. Food is food, not a drink, because I was going to say pop, but that doesn't count. Lasagna, beef jerky, and steak. That's it. Lasagna, beef jerky, and steak. Those are my favorite foods. I love lasagna. I could eat a whole thing of lasagna myself. I love beef jerky. I could endlessly eat that, and steak. Who doesn't like a good steak? Really hard to narrow it down, but those are probably my three tied top foods. So I hope that answers your question to the best of my abilities, but I have a lot of favorite foods, so I could name probably 30, but those are my top three that I can think of at this moment. Thanks for the question, Logan. Next question is a good one, and it comes from Papa Het, who actually won one of the subscriber challenges, the very first one, and he asked favorite subgenre in metal and favorite genre outside of metal. So favorite subgenre of metal, I mean, if you're using metal as like just everything is metal, I was really huge on thrash metal, and I still am. You know, I grew up with Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, Exodus, Testament, Death Angel, all those like Bay Area and, you know, some other area thrash bands. And that's what I learned to play, and that's what I played a lot on guitar and all that fun stuff. So that's what I started out liking a lot, and I still really do. But as I progressed more in terms of my musical knowledge and my guitar playing, I started to like progressive metal a lot more with bands like Dream Theater. So at this moment in time, I would probably say my favorite subgenre of metal is progressive metal. Bands like Dream Theater, just because it's more musically challenging, it's more thought-provoking, it makes you really think about music, and it kind of opens up a whole new world that you don't just get when you're playing like, not to diss on old school thrash, but when you're just playing, you know, E minor and simple minor songs and just chromatic stuff. Progressive metal opens things up into modes and modal interchange and all this crazy stuff that just gives new flavors to music and it really gets your mind going when you're writing that kind of stuff. So my favorite subgenre of metal at this moment in time is probably progressive metal. But moving on to my favorite genre outside of metal, I think I've mentioned it to you guys before. My favorite genre outside of metal is like big band music. And by big band music, I mean like Frank Sinatra, stuff like that. If you guys don't know who Frank Sinatra is, because I know some of you are young, go look him up. You probably recognize some of his songs. They get used all the time. They get used around Christmas. Look up Frank Sinatra. Look up Crawling Under My Skin, or not crawling, but Under My Skin, Fly Me to the Moon, New York, all that stuff. All these great big band production type of songs. I love Frank Sinatra. I've loved Frank Sinatra for a long time. And when you guys listen to it, some of you may go, wow, that really is like a complete turn from metal. And it is. I've told you guys I got a really broad horizon in terms of the music I listen to. But in terms of my favorite kind of music outside of metal, it's definitely big band music like Frank Sinatra and stuff. I wish I could sing like Frank Sinatra. I want to like play in a big band like that. It'd be really cool. And you know, it's just it's good to have things outside of metal to listen to as well. But maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, I've thought about it before, but maybe doing some metal covers of some big band songs like what Frank Sinatra did would be kind of an interesting idea in the future. I know I've thought about it before, I just don't want to ruin the songs by doing a bad job doing it, but let me guys know if that's something you want to see, because I've definitely thought about it before, and if that's something you guys want to see, I can definitely start working on some stuff like that. So let me know if you want to see some Frank Sinatra goes metal. Okay, next question comes from Alan Wright. I hope that's a different way to spell Alan, but I hope I got that right. No pun intended. New subscriber here. My question, favorite production on any album? Huge space, Saint Anger, winky face. So I don't know if you really mean that and you just are self-aware that people don't like Saint Anger, or if you're just saying that as a joke. But your favorite production on any album? That's a tough one. If you mean overall production, like the entirety of the band, man, that's a really tough one. I would honestly say, and you guys are gonna go, oh, of course, Dream Theater's Black Clouds and Silver Linings. I think that is a phenomenal album. It's well played, well produced, well mixed. It's a killer album all the way through. So Dream Theater, Black Clouds and Silver Linings as an overall and somewhat newer. If you want to go back in time a little bit, I think, and I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but a lot of people are on my side with this as well. Metallica's Black album was like put together really, really well. I know there's a big thing about the Black album where people thought Metallica sold out, and a lot of people don't like it. Some people do. I like the album. I'm on that side. It's got great songs on it. I think it's still heavy as shit. I don't really care what people try to say about it. I think it's a good album nonetheless. But like the drum sound on that and just the heavy guitars and the vocals. If you want to go back in time, the Black album from Metallica is really well produced. And that's probably my favorite produced album from that time era. And the newer one would be Dream Theater, Black Clouds and Silver Linings. So thanks, Alan, for the question. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Sinister Metal Legion. And I hope that answered it to your pleasure. Next question comes from another subscriber who you guys should know, 000 or 000. And they ask, what are those paintings you have in the background of some of the videos like this one? Now, I haven't rewatched the video I did to prompt you guys for questions, so I'm assuming he means the paintings that I've had up in my room at the old apartment, or the poster. So I had a poster hanging up, if you guys go look back on some of my videos, of some weird machine thing, and it's really fucking cool. But it's just a poster I found at a store, and I thought it was really awesome, and I just hung it up. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's really fucking sweet. I still gotta hang it up somewhere in the new place. But then again, if you're looking at some of my other videos and you saw a painting up on top of my bookshelf, that is actually a painting that my girlfriend made and gave to me for my birthday one year, and it's like really, really sweet. She did this thing where you pay and go and like paint with a bunch of people. And she did that, and she put her own twist on it. It's supposed to be kind of, I think it was supposed to be kind of like a cool, beautiful tree thing, and she kind of added her dark little twist to it, which is like, duh, I love that kind of stuff. She's big into Nightmare Before Christmas and Tim Burton stuff, so she definitely added that bit of flavor to it. And I can show you guys the painting again down the road if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you can just go look at some of my videos and try to find it. But yeah, that's a painting that my girlfriend made. She's really, really good at it. I wish she would do it more because she could definitely do some really cool stuff with painting. I should buy her some more paint stuff so she can start painting. Maybe she could start her own painting channel. What do you guys think? Okay, last question from one of my very well-known subscribers, The Coke. And he asks, my question is, thoughts on Distance Over Time, least favorite song, and just overall thoughts. Okay, I know I've been pushing this back for a long time since the album came out. I wanted to do a dedicated video on the whole album, and maybe I still will. I missed the wave of when it first came out, but I could still probably do a video on it. But to answer your simple-sided of the questions, my least favorite song is, again, Fall Into the Light. If you didn't watch my reaction to it, go back on my channel and I could probably put a card up or something. I didn't like that one. That was one of the 3 that they released before the album, and it's just not my favorite. It didn't click with me. It didn't hook me. Some of you liked it, I know. Some people were pissed off that I didn't like it, but you can't do that. Everyone has their own taste. It just didn't hook me like many of the other songs did. So Fall Into the Light was my least favorite. My favorite song, that one's hard because I do like a lot of the songs. I just wish they were longer. But like Untethered Angel and Paralyzed, those are both really, really good. I love them. And what's it called? Room something on there. It's really good too. Is it Room 302 or 137? Yeah, 137. That's what it is. That's a really good one too. Sorry, I don't know the names off the top of my head. I've only just listened to it. I haven't like looked at it. I just listen to it in my car or on my phone. I don't like watch and see what the songs are. But Untethered Angel, Paralyzed, Room 137, I think is what it is. Those are all really, really good songs. And then Viper King or something, is that the last song? Regardless, there's a bunch of songs that are really tied for me. But Untethered Angel, the first song on the album, is really, really killer. I love that song. It was one of the first things they put out for the album, and I think it's really great. It's one of my favorites, and I just wish it was longer, but if I had to pick a favorite, that was probably my favorite. And overall thoughts on the album, I liked it. I thought they did well. I just wish it was longer. The songs were short for Dream Theater, but they did some killer stuff on it. They did the progressive side, they did the lighter side, they did the ballady side, they did the heavy side, and, you know, ripping solo side, all that crazy stuff. I think it was a really good album. It's one of their better albums. Not the best album, still. I still think Black Clouds and Silver Linings is the best album, but it's up there on the list of top Dream Theater albums in my book. So I think I liked it overall. If you want to see more of a breakdown where I look at all the different songs and tell you what I think of them, definitely let me know so I can start working on a video for that. I know, like I said, I've missed the wave of when it was released and everything, but times got hectic, obviously, and you guys know that. But if you want to see a video on the entire album where I break it down and tell you what I think about it and everything, definitely let me know, especially you, The Coke, because I know you are very adamant on getting my opinion on Dream Theater. So thanks, The Coke, for the question, and awesome. It's a good album. Alright, you guys, so that's all the questions that I got from you guys. Obviously, it's not as many as before, but I blame YouTube for that. So I do want to remind you guys to make sure you are subscribed, and if you aren't subscribed, and if you are, make sure you hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that it notifies you 100% of the time when I put stuff up. That way, if I do another prompt video to ask questions, or have you guys ask me questions for a Q&A or something like that, you guys will get notified so we can get more participation going and stuff. So definitely make sure you guys do that. But still, thanks to everyone who did submit questions. I hope I answered them to your liking. And if you guys have any more questions, definitely let me know. If I need to clarify on anything, just let me know, and I can get to it. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see the apartment. and definitely let me know on some of the other questions I asked you during this video. You guys are getting a small sneak peek of the apartment, but I'm already trying to think of ways to show you guys the rest of it and have my girlfriend included and all that fun stuff. So we're working on that. Give me time. We just got to get everything situated, and I got to find out where I'm recording stuff, when I can do things, you know, recording music and all that fun stuff. It's just going to take a little bit of an adjustment period, but I know you guys will understand. So definitely stick with me on this, and I appreciate you guys being so patient with me and understanding, and you guys are just awesome. Thank you guys so much. So I want to remind you, thank you guys so much for getting me to 300 subscribers. Well, really getting us to 300 subscribers, because we're an army. We're the Sinister Metal Legion. We're in this together. So we're at like 330 something at this point. So the next milestone is 400. So start thinking of ideas for things you want me to do when we pass 400. And I'll definitely write them down so I can get working on them and get on top of them once I pass them, instead of waiting so long after. But thank you guys so much for helping me get to this point. I couldn't do it without you guys. You know that. I love you guys. You guys are great. I appreciate everything that you guys do. I love making stuff for you, and you know, it's such a great community, and I appreciate you guys to the utmost degree. But like I always say, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. I can't reach.